Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online, and this is a guide to simple weapon grouping for Gauss Rifles. Basically spurred to be from having a discussion with somebody who has serious trouble with actually firing Gauss Rifles and making them work. This is how you simplify the process a lot. So let me talk about the process first, and then I will tell you why you should not be doing it. So, if you look at my weapon groups here, and I am here in everybody's favorite Gauss Rifle toting Warhammer build. So, if you look at my weapon groups, I have all the medium lasers and the Gauss Rifles in one weapon group down there, and then I have the separate ones as well. This is so that, because the Gauss Rifle charging mechanic, which you have to hold the button before you can fire, it works nicely with this sort of a thing. Like this. It's just one weapon group, you hold the key down until your lasers are done, your Gauss is ready to fire, you release, your Gauss fires. This is very simple way to fire Gauss Rifles as part of any other weapons you have. You can group all the weapons together and just fire it like this. It's real simple. Alright? If you have problems with firing Gauss Rifles, if you're not comfortable with Gauss Rifles, especially Gauss Rifles with lasers works perfectly with this. Gauss Rifles with some other guns works just as fine as well. Just do this. You will be able to make your Gauss Rifles work. Okay? And now let me give you the downsides of this whole setup. For one, if I erase these two weapon groups like this and make this my whole thing, I'm going to run into heat problems, and I cannot, well, eventually I will run into heat problems even with this build, in long protracted combat, and then I cannot separate the Gauss Rifles from that, you know, just fire the Gauss Rifles because they generate almost no heat. That's one problem. The other problem is, for example, if I am shooting at a target like this, awesome. If you notice, I am out of range of my medium lasers. I would just like to fire the Gauss Rifles at target, but I can't do that with just this weapon group. So for this reason, I would advocate using separate groups. If you know and you are comfortable with using separate groups, do that. Do not combine all of your weapons into one weapon group. However, if you are just terrible with Gauss Rifles and you can't get them to work, just combine them all into one weapon group until you get comfortable, and then learn back from there. Because this allows you to have at least some success with Gauss Rifles to get used to the weapon system. And finally, do remember that Gauss Rifles are not hit scan weapons. These Gauss Rifle projectiles actually have travel time. Granted, they are fast, but they have travel time, and that means leading targets with your lasers and Gauss Rifles in one weapon group ends up in situations where you are on a moving target. You will have to aim your lasers past that target, and you are essentially wasting heat because you're not doing damage to anything. Another reason why you should not group all your weapons into one. However, as mentioned, if you have to, you have to, and this is how you do it. Hopefully this was helpful to somebody who is having trouble with Gauss Rifles. If you're not having trouble with Gauss Rifles, just, you know, don't do this unless you want to try and simplify your gameplay this much. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you folks next time with more Mechwarrior Online.